Hi Scorpio, this is KACEE with your Love Matters reading for September. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to all the viewers. SHAE and I are so happy to have all of you here with us. She will have a video that's going to pop up at the end of this one, and it's going to be in the upper right hand corner. Please click on that because she does give a different perspective for your sign. This is a general reading, so my hopes is that you resonate with something in the messages and you can apply it to your circumstances however it may fit for you guys. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple of energy cards to start, and I typically pull you guys on the left and the other energy on the right. However, if you resonate with one side over the other, this is your reading and it's general, so you take the messages how they work. This relationship reading may also encompass different relationships, like a coworker, a best friend, maybe a family member, or romantic, but it can also be relationship with self and spirit. So let's see. You're coming in with women holding a heart, and they're coming in with 6th chakra archangel Metatron. Woman holding a heart is someone that is very compassionate, very loving, very open, very intuitive. This reminds me of being in the Cups family, and it's also like the 6 of Cups where they're giving you an offer. There's something going on. This could be you could be giving an apology. This could be you're giving your heart. This could be you're sharing something that's very important to you, that's very close to you. 6th chakra archangel Metatron is the 3rd eye chakra, and this is listening to their intuition. This is really being observant about what the messages are that are coming in from spirit. Archangel Metatron indicates motivation and organization. So when we want to get something done, we do ask Archangel Metatron to kind of come in and help give us a boost and give us that energy and the clarity that we need so that we can get things done quicker. It's more like work less but work more efficient, that kind of thing, and get it done faster. So that's how we ask Archangel Metatron to come in. So Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of major arcanas for you. They're coming in with Death in reverse, and they're coming in with High Priestess in reverse. Death in reverse is interesting because it's clarifying on the woman holding a heart, which is an offer or something that's very tender to her. And death in reverse indicates an inability to move forward, resistant to change, not wanting to make the sacrifices and the changes that are needed to have everything status quo just the way they are right now. So when the other energy is coming in, they're coming in with the High Priestess in reverse, and this is where, the 3rd eye chakra, being in tune, listening to messages. High Priestess in reverse is saying, no, they're not. They're not doing any of that. They're not listening to one message Spirit is given to them, and they need to get organized. They need to get with Spirit. They need to start listening. And you guys are like offering this out or have a very tender heart but you're resistant to moving and changing right now. So let's go ahead and pull some obstacles or advice, because I'm wondering which way this is going with you guys, to be honest. Are they coming up with something that's out of question and you're just like, no? Because they're not listening to Spirit, so what is going on? They could be blocked in a lot of different areas that they need to work on in order to open up, or they're just resistant to doing so. Okay, financial and material changes. Movement, choices, and decisions. Which is interesting because you don't want to move on. You don't want to change. You want everything to be the way they are. And there we have obstacles and challenges. Well, your obstacle, darling, is that you have to change. You have to make a decision. You don't have a choice. You have changes twice right here. And you have the resistance to change up there. So that's telling me and it's screaming at me that you guys are really putting your foot down, that these changes are happening and you're just dragging your feet. You're not getting on board. And you need to make sure that if there's changes that are happening, regardless if you want them to happen or not, you need to gain control for what your interests are and not allow people to kind of let it happen, because they may not make all the right choices. And you may see something that would make this easier, or find a way out of it, or make sure that your interest in this, or lack thereof, is recognized by other people, that you have a voice to the situation. Just don't put your head in the sand and be like, this isn't happening, I'm not doing it. Because it's doing it around you no matter how much you try to hang on. That is kind of like a Libra energy right there, just to be honest with you. So you also have passion ignited, and you know, you have to get through the obstacles. You have to make the changes, because then when you do, your passion is like exploding. It's like you find love again. You find the new path that you want to be on. You're inspired within yourself, the people around you, the things you're doing. It's like everything is just beautiful and energetic, and you don't have enough time in the day to get everything done that you want to do. And they're all beautiful things that you want to do. It's not none of this stuff that, you know, that holds you down. It's all like experiences and like new adventures. They're coming up with choose wisely. Yeah, they better choose wisely if they're not listening to spirit. Accelerated motion, which is all about new beginnings, communication, things happening. So that coming in with choose wisely is that they're getting a lot of stuff coming at them right now, and they need to pick and choose what it is that's best for them right now. So there's a lot of stuff that they have to make decisions on, whether it's coming from their own head or other people from an external source. They're really, and they're not listening to spirit. They're thinking of the ego. They're thinking of their earthly demands and the earthly pleasures, and they're not thinking about the higher meaning to everything and listening to their higher self and listening to spirit. They're thinking of it from the earthly plane, and that is not setting right with you. Okay, not at all. Yes, look, temptation between following spirit and doing the right thing that spirit wants you to do, and then following your earthly demands and, you know, getting satisfaction and reward from that, you know, because sometimes we can't do both at the same time. Sometimes we have to really work hard and pay attention to what our jobs or our careers are taking us, because we need to focus on that. It's screaming at us. We have to put 110% into that, and sometimes we don't have a choice, and we have to put our spirituality aside for a second. We always have to make time for it, so to allow us to be able to keep that really intense connection. But sometimes we're running on all cylinders to accomplish a particular goal, you know, and it could be out of our hands. So we have to think about that when that happens, we really need to connect with spirit, and just for 5-10 minutes, and let them download and let us be connected still. Mental conflict, yeah. They're going through the conflict. They're trying to figure this out. They're trying to make this decision. Everything looks great, all this stuff, you know. Do I go this way or do I go that way? You already know which way you want to go. And you're very firm on your path and what your vision is. That's why you are not making changes in regards. You're having this offer, there's opportunities, but it's going to be your way. And you know there's going to be obstacles. They're being an obstacle right now because they're seeing things from a different perspective, but they're not downloading from spirit. And you need to make sure that you make the right choices. And you don't think they're making the right choice right now, and you're being vocal about it. You're inspired to do this thing, but the avenue and how they want it done is not how you want it done. I feel like their energy is kind of scattered because of the temptation, the conflict, the accelerated motion, and choose wisely. It's like too much is coming out at them at one time. It's like the Two of Swords in reverse. That's the kind of energy I feel right now. And that indicates making choices, trying to make choices, but not having all the information and seeing things clearly in order to make the choice. It's hard, really hard. Now you have the Palace of Wands. You got a lot of wands in here. This is your stability in your vision. This is where it's very firm, very clear, very concise. You're working on it. You know what you want. You're not going to go back and forth on how your vision is. You're very set in stone right now, Scorpio. Yes, speaking of set in stone, you have 7 of coins. You know, really visualizing what it is that you want, knowing that you can go get it, you know, seeing it come to pass. 5 of cups. Yeah, looking around, weighing out your options. How are you going to move forward? What's the next step? How do you do this? Yeah, you're very excited and very happy with that. They're coming with the Tower card in reverse, and this is avoidance to change, avoidance to distraction and disruption. This is walking on eggshells, trying to make the right choices, kind of like holding their breath. Queen of Cups in reverse is saying that they're very codependent right now, and they're very cranky emotionally, and they're not seeing things clearly. They're not being very compassionate. They're being kind of selfish right now. That's their energy. And they're trying to work through it. They're trying not to be selfish. You know, they know that they have a choice to make, and one is going to be very beneficial spiritually, and one is going to be very beneficial to their financial pocketbook and bank account. And they're trying to decide which one it is. That's the kind of decision they're making. It's like two completely opposite things. Queen of Cups, coins, I'm sorry. Queen of Coins in reverse. Imbalance in home and family. They have the 2 queens in reverse. So much imbalance, and they're trying so hard not to rock the boat. They're trying so hard. I mean, I got to give them credit on that, because they're with what's going on inside their head right now. You wouldn't believe it's like a hurricane inside their head of all the thoughts that keep just spinning around, and they go over this, and then this pops in, and this new offer is, so then they start thinking about that, and they're very tempted. If this is a situation in a romantic relationship, they are being tempted. They're being tempted, but I don't know which way they would go. And you know that they're being tempted. You're not oblivious to this. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Not getting that fulfillment of wishes. The Magician in the upright. That's using all your talents. That's using all your abilities. That's like manifesting this on your own. I feel that you need to make a decision that's best for you, and they need to make a decision that's best for them, and you are not going to kind of wait for them to make the decision. You're going to manifest this on their own, on your own. If they're not going to be on, oh wow, if they're not going to be on board with you guys right off the bat to get what you want from this vision, you're going to figure this out by yourself. Yeah, here we have the 7 of Cups in reverse, and that's illusion. Something is not right. There's something that you need to figure out with your gifts. The Magician also has illusion in there as well. So keep in mind, you'll be discovering things as you go through the month with this particular energy, whether this is work, family, romantic, that they have their options. They need to choose wisely, but they need to listen to spirit. There's too many options for them right now, and they're trying really hard to make the right decision. And justice is going to prevail here with their clarifying card. This may indicate a Libra, but then, you know, there's a lot of ladies over here. So we have Libra, we have Pisces, and we also have Capricorn. So you have Earth, you have water, you have air, which is interesting. Yeah, so justice will prevail. The truth will come out. Things will find its rightful balance. And it's a rite of transition with the 4 of Wands in reverse. This also can mean lack of communication and imbalance in one aspect, that, you know, things that they had to go through in order to transition onto the right path wasn't happy. It was stressful. You know, they weren't partying and having a good time the whole time. Something was really weighing heavily on them, and it's a rite of passage once the truth comes out and the balance is restored. I think that for some of you guys, there was an infidelity and you're deciding that you're not dealing with it anymore and you're moving on. And I think the Death in reverse is a clarifier on the fact that you are now not giving that heart to them anymore. You're taking your heart back. And you're going to do what you have to do and make your choices, get over whatever humps and pitfalls that you encounter, because then you'll get your passion back and you'll feel good about it. You'll feel light and very energetic. You know, your heart will really feel full and you'll be happy once you get over the other heartbreak. I feel like you're pulling your heart back for those of you that are in a third-party situation. Beauty, yes, yes, you will see the beauty in everything. This particular beauty card is coming up from the ashes. This is like the phoenix rising. This is where this rose grows out of ashes and becomes beautiful and bright again. And this is your spirit. This is your goal. This is where you're going on your journey. And this is a beautiful card to clarify for this message, because when you find out about this situation and you have to do what's right for you, you will rebuild again, and it will be more beautiful than what you can even imagine. Oh, check it out, Scorpio. They're coming in with honesty. Yeah, they're going to come. They're going to come clean. They don't have a choice. They do not have a choice. Something's going to happen, and it's either going to come out and they have to admit to it, or it just bothers them so much that they cop to it and they lay everything out on the table. So one way or the other, you're going to know the truth, because they're coming up with truth twice, with hidden agenda with the High Priestess in reverse. Scorpio, you're coming in with have faith. And it says, Dear Jesus and Archangel Raphael, thank you for boosting my faith so I may trust in miracles. Wow, I really love this card for your side, because you go through so much with this particular energy and you find out what the truth is, and it can be hurtful, but you're going to move forward and you're going to have faith in yourself. You're going to have faith in the process, in your spirit path, and you know, you are really going to be able to shine and be that beautiful rose energy. This is amazing. I love this. You guys are awesome. And their angel message is children, and it reads, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. You know, this is kind of like the inner child card. So I feel that what they're doing now is like being a rebellious teenager and making the wrong choices, and then finding out that, yeah, they messed up and they have to cop to it. This can be an adult and this can be infidelity, but, you know, they're playing around like they're young again. They're playing around with fire, if you ask me, because you do have the flame and the honesty. And it comes to bite them in the butt. And they have to, you know, grow up. And they have to start listening to spirit and get back on the path. You know, for some of us that are a little bit older, this can be like a midlife crisis for them, that they do something like totally out of character, and it really weighs on them because of their spirituality and their belief systems, because they know better. You know, you would expect this out of a young person, not someone, you know, that's a little bit more mature in the age department. So, you know, when that happens, you don't have a lot of patience for that, because they know better. And they know what's at stake. So guys, I would love it for you to let me know how you're doing. Either leave me an email or shoot me a comment. That would be great. If you haven't done so already, I would love you to like and subscribe so I can have you back. Take care.